Alright, I think we're good to start here. Welcome to the stream. I'm Neozar. This is my FTL hard win streak, and we are up to 90 now, which is just like such an awesome number to be at. Last time was Zoltan C, and it was a real rough one. The lowest I've gotten in Hull in a while, since my second cycle, maybe. Yeah. Since I think Mantis C in my second cycle, so who knows, like 40 games ago at least, probably. But yeah, pulled through in the end and came out, so that was good feeling. And we got Lanius B next. Don't you mean 91? Nah, you can't get ahead of yourself. No one ever says that it's 100%. Everyone always does like 99, and it's definitely like 99.9, so, I would think. Because that's the Lanius B and the NGC, they both just have like so many ways to remove chance that it's hard to start coming up with ways. It's like they can beat like every kind of ship, and they can do so like the best thing you can come up with is like, well, if they have a Zoltan shield and all of your shots just keep missing, or which doesn't work with the NGC because it's then they have the beam drone. And this one, is boarding against auto ships, and it's like so many ways it wins, so many different things. Oh yeah, but he plays no pause, right? I think it's like that's such a different thing there. It makes it so much easier to lose. Like, because you can totally have a bad run still or a tough run, if you just don't get stores or weapons and you just get a lot of empty jumps and stuff. Like, nothing gets you scrap at an empty jump. Alright, so let's see here. What are we doing here? The ores. Copper. Tin. I already did. And do iron. Pretty exciting things here. Hard. Enabled. Ores. Lanius B. Alright. I was definitely glad to get this ship next. Hey, Rhina. I'm doing alright tonight. I'm like a little tired right now still. I got my second dose, whatever, Sunday. And so yesterday I was like exhausted all day and like kind of fevery. But I'm doing a lot better now. And I'm pretty excited about doing Lanius B here. Also, I got affiliate, so that was cool. Hit the 50 follower mark. So I started like poking around at that stuff and figuring out how to do emotes and all that. Alright, let's check out the map sector here. So slightly early exit, depends a lot where the hump is. If it's over here, it's not that bad. It's a decent layout though. It can hit most of the jumps. We have the respirators to sell, but we don't need to like rush to a store. The only downsides of the ship, it's like, it's not an ideal setup for late game because mind control, teleporter is like a slightly awkward, and has one engine power, are kind of the downsides. That's about it. I think defense drones like aren't great with it. I don't know if that's really a downside. I don't know when you'd get a defense drone on the ship normally. Alright, so I think we just get into it here. Yeah, I know. Well, that's one of those things where it's like if I'm trying to come up with a way the ship loses, like maybe it's a late game thing with just an awful like whole beginning to the game. Alright, so it's like this ship. This is like a disgusting weapons. Like running into this with a lot of ships, it'd be like absolutely in a second. But with this ship, it's like I'm almost positive they always have 2 crew with this ship. And we have a really fast weapon. And it's just like, I think we can possibly do better here. But we still want to be careful because we take damage and stuff, you know. We got a human and an NG. The thing is, I don't think they can actually get damage in before this first one hits, unless I want to let them take damage. Which I probably don't need to do. At least I don't need to make both of them take damage. I want to keep the damage on the system going. So there we go. Now it's broken. And that's just like the round. It's like, oh, burst laser 2 and a bomb, like whatever. Did they both just come over and go into my teleporter? What the hell is that? I'm surprised they both went over. I don't think I've ever seen them double board like that. Like, that's kind of crazy. I've seen them emergency jump one of them, but I think because it's like how they were fighting or something. Right? Like, they're both over here right now, aren't they? Yeah. Like, what is this? Oh, I know. Yeah, it's like I don't know if they underestimated how good Flak 1 was. I mean, they must have. I mean, they must have, because it's like, oh, this is just so insanely good. Like 8 seconds. You know, it's like, oh, it's a slow travel time, but like whatever. And it's like the tighter hit is so good. 1 power. It's like when heavy lasers already. So they're stuck over here now. Until I'll teleport the Lanius back over. I'm just going to kind of kite them around in here for a moment while they break systems over here. Get a surrender offer, because why not? Also, this is just like making me laugh that they both came over. Like, I'm pretty sure I've never seen a ship teleport all of its crew over. Like, especially when they, you know, have crew on their ship. Although maybe that's only circumstances that actually do that. I don't know. That's a bunch of fuel. It's missiles, but like, you know, maybe you'll give me a weapon instead. I don't know, let's check it out. Make sure like piloting gets vented out fast enough here. Can actually make them punch each other too. So if I let them kill my crew in some like crazy fashion here, do you think they'd get the message that they could use like my shuttles and hop on over to their ship? Or they'd then like die because it'd be vented probably. Yeah, I didn't run the NG back out fast enough. There you go run the oxygen. You two fight. I think it's about time for you guys to come back. I guess I shouldn't have done that because that's one less training I get here. What promoted you to the hard win streak? Well, honestly, my goal originally was just to do the cycle, because at the time when this streak started, I had never done, you know, all 28 ships. All right, 14 scrap, so that's the highest scrap we've seen. I'll take it. And then a store with Flak 1. I mean, we don't have enough scrap for this, but we'll sell this. It's like store's kind of what mostly just to sell that, because, you know, whatever, it's a bonus reward. literally nothing that we can buy here except for the battery, which isn't worth it. But it makes us that much closer to getting the shields too. But anyway, I had gotten... So I guess my FTL story is, I played on and off a little bit since a little after release. Like before AE came out. But I didn't put that, I think I put 200 hours into the game or so until like last summer, when I picked it up on tablet just as like something to play again. And then I like played through all the ships in normal, and that's when I first watched Crow Ravel, who's a streamer, and he does hard win streaks, and that made me want to try it out because I didn't even beat in most of the ships on hard. So I started doing them right after that and like tracking my stats and stuff. And originally I was gonna do like 100 games and see how it went, and then this win streak started on run like 97. And it just hasn't stopped. So then I got into streaming myself and started doing it that way. And I've spent like way more time on FTL in the last 6 months than I have in all my time previously. Like I probably spent like 1,000 hours or so in the last like 6 to 8 months, I don't know. And then it's like been just kind of what I focused on in the game. Like I haven't even gotten all the achievements before. I've always, like, I just got enough to get the ships. So there's another store, so we might visit that one eventually. Did I ever see my crew positions here? I'll try to do that. And buy a shield buffer. Why not? I don't always think it's necessary. Some ships I kind of actually think it's better to skip it, because there's like something else you might want to do with like that scrap right then. Flacken, I know it's true. But I'm not going to delay shields. And watch, these are the only good stores in the whole run, are the ones at the very, very beginning. But like if I have some crazy drop or something, like maybe I'll go and buy a flak one or something and just do the double flak. Although it's not my favorite setup either. So they got the clone bay and a bunch of beam stuff. Hey, this ship doesn't start with sensors either. That is a slight, a slight downside. It's not really that big a deal, but so I think I can still kind of do this with the two-person clone or the two-person shields. You just have to do it that way, like where you have one leaf first. It still works, right? Yeah. Nice double NG. Nice, like, low damage fight. Let's actually shoot them. Maybe even slightly easier. Like, look how accurate that flak is. We got a shot in on that little tiny room. Oh, perfect. Just as that breaks. They're in and out. They don't even want to mess with us in there. It's hard to know in regards to like tips, because I was totally like at the same place where it's like I could only beat it on a few ships, or if I got really, really lucky. Usually it's like a couple factors, but it's like hard to say without seeing the gameplay. I definitely recommend watching Crow if you haven't seen him before, Crow Ravel, because he's like really good at teaching. He's also a very good player. He recently got his cycle too. I'm not sure if I'm quite as good at like explaining all the different facets of the game, although I try. But I'm a little more like focused on my own play, a little more selfish, I guess, in a way. All right, so we got the shields bubble here. Yeah, I thought he was probably streaming. I thought he streams tonight too. I couldn't remember. I'm probably not going to even do a full run tonight. I just kind of wanted to get this started since it's such a good ship. combat drone. Take you down first. See if they have a buffer point. Nope. Also, we have shields at this point, so it doesn't really matter. No, I didn't. I saw that it happened, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. How was it? Because they're doing Exalt A, at least for that I saw, right? And it was like a side-by-side thing. So I've read very little about that, actually. Once I realized, like, there was no way I was going to have the time to, like, actually participate or anything. I figured I'd just kind of wait till it happens to, like, read too much about it. 16 scrap. Hey, and a pike beam. All right. That's a good weapon for this ship, especially with a flat 3-power setup. Look at that. Also, the way this times is you can kind of fire this twice. And this is one of the reasons the ship is just so good. It's just lucky. All right, so we jump here and we get like 50 scrap, and then we buy a hacking here, right? Hey, that wasn't 50 scrap. If I really feel the need, I can go over there. Sorry, at 4 a.m. your time. What is that blue option? I feel like that might be a better blue option, because it's like the quest is like, it's an okay quest. I can't remember this blue option, because I think this one might just be like scrap reward, and then they try to buy him also. Let's see. So I get medium scrap. Otherwise, it's like resources and the quest, which like sometimes is totally worth it. You can get double rewards. You can get nothing. You can get a crew member. I mean, there's like a bunch of different options. I think I'm just gonna take the blue option here and just like get the reliable medium scrap. Our crew is not for sale. Oh, sector 1 medium scrap. 12. I mean, whatever, it's still fine, because it's like we don't have to do another jump for the quest, and who knows if we could even get it. I mean, it's like, so it's just been some resources then, which is like kind of the same-ish, but scrap's kind of the most valuable right now. Scrap is scrap. Won't say no to scrap. Yeah, definitely gonna reject that offer of paying you 18 scrap. No thank you. That's high scrap. So standard Lanius B strat, just jump into shields, mind control the crew, go break their systems. All right, 20 scrap. So I'm looking pretty solid so far. And the pike beam, it just makes it like, okay, now we just get, I mean, now we can deal with like 2 shield ships easily, you know, without having to board if we don't want to. Just checking how many jumps we have here. So we should have 4 jumps before we have to jump to the exit. Well, I guess I have to make sure that this one, I can get 3 before the, yeah. You do like that. You might as well see what's going on over here. We have some distress options, like the Clone Bay and the NG. what was I saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I have not tried a no pause run. I'm such a like slow and deliberate player that I don't think it's totally my thing. I used to, and also like I used to play a lot more fast games, like a lot of RTS stuff that involved like fast micro. So I feel like I totally have it in me if I really want to like ramp up and do it. But I've slowed down a little bit in my my lively routine. Store is like intriguing, but if I had 80 scrap, and I could hope they have hacking also, I might go there. But I'm not going to sell the pike beam. You know, like if they have like a heavy laser or scanners or something, I'd be sad to miss it. But yeah, I never played like Age of Empires at like a competitive kind of thing though. Like that, I mostly play. I mean, I played most of my time on that when I was like, 10 or 12 or something. Probably like 12. And then I played some of it actually more recently, and I did that mostly like while paused. But I used to play like some StarCraft 2, played Warcraft 3 some also, and some like MOBA stuff. Like I played the original Dota some and Heroes of the Storm. And I got pretty high ranked in some of that, so that was like very micro heavy. Alright, what am I doing here? I'm not going to go to this store. It's so unnecessary. I'm just going to do these 3 jumps and get out of here. I just keep like second guessing how many jumps I have for some reason. It's like very clearly 3. Alright, no, nothing there. Just to investigate. We could use fuel. Honestly, I might just, it's like this is cheap and available, and then we've got scrap. Then we can also like give it away. Alright, here we fight the ship. Guess we can train against this ship. Do we need to train against this ship? Well, whatever. We want to kill like one of their crew first, at least, right? So they stop boarding. I don't know. I probably won't bother training against the ship, but like until you pick up more crew or something and have the systems figured out a little more. I don't know. Maybe that's foolish. I'll think about it. Alright, well now they won't board because they're low health and they don't have a way to heal. So I don't actually need to kill them. Alright, so let's do, we can't train with that. I don't have the power for that yet. So we can just do the, although you have to wait for them to repair it. Basically, whatever. With this speed hack, it'll be fast. Alright, so let me get that running real quick so we can make nice quick training. Creeper World. No, I don't know that one, actually. I haven't like played a huge range of games, I'll be honest. Like there's definitely some other random indie games and things I've played, but I've never been one to play like a crazy amount of different games. I kind of focus on one most of the time. I almost got the first level, and we'll speed up a little bit. Yeah, if I had the weapon power, I'd do the pike beam. I'm not gonna sit here and do the power depower thing on the flat, if that's what you're referring to, which I'm pretty sure you are. Alright, there we go. It's so nice having this like work effectively now and be actually like way faster. It goes so quickly. Oh, that's right. Does the flak not have any animation, right? Yeah, because it's like with lasers you can do it. I know before it fire, like, and you can do it with missiles and beams and lasers, like before they even fire depower. If you do it by the frame, I thought you could do it with the flak also, maybe, but I'm not sure because it does fire really quickly, like on one of its first frames, I think. All right, 4 fuel, 19 scrap. So it's like slightly tempting because it's nice to have a rock, but there's these chance we just get a crew from killing them. Oh, look at that. They got hacking. Oh, and a missile. Well, here, let's like charge our thing. So I'm going to send you to weapons first, but there's a chance I'll have you go to hacking instead. What, Mantis? It's the first ship we've seen that's like actually threatening. Mantis Rock. Going for my weapons. Not a big deal. Although, honestly, that being a rock might like delay how quickly we break weapons because they got extra shots hitting him as he like slowly meandered across the room. See, look, they're still shooting him instead of hitting the system. It's like so many ships, this would be like so tough to deal with. You're like, oh, like they have a missile and they're hacking my weapons and they like might shoot the missile into my weapons. And it's just like so irrelevant here. Look at that. I called it. It's like that's totally what they do. You know. And it's like that just sucks on so many ships. Like, oh no, now my glaive beam is down for so long, or my halberd or whatever. Not really halberd because he has the Zoltan shield, but principle stands. Ooh, and then a breach. Oh no. How do we deal with breaches? Just these Lanius crew. Hey look, now we got a rock and scrap. So instead of paying scrap for him, got scrap and fuel and all kinds of stuff. Alright, so you're gonna be my engines. Actually no, you're gonna be my pilot. Now that he's trained, we're gonna take him off. I guess I should have trained him on engines, like anticipating that. But he'll probably keep moving down the systems unless we just get NGs. Actually, you guys go repair the I'll finish that, I guess. The breach. Guess my O2 is pretty low here. Speed, oh yeah, that I would ever cheat. I know. That's the only thing I do. I don't use any add-ons or anything. I could be snooty about that. Although it's the other thing, my real cheating implement is my ruler. You know, using my outside resource. I don't use the like the pursuit indicator, but I use a ruler, which is almost as good. The only real difference is I can't see the curve until like my third jump, but it doesn't really matter. I probably wouldn't be playing out my entire sector route at that point anyway. So we're definitely going to go abandoned here because abandoned sector 2 are actually generally not bad sectors, and we have abandoned crew. Like they're obnoxious to board even with abandoned crew in some ways because we don't have like the O2 thing and they have the same health. We also get a bunch of blue options for having Lanius. I'll probably have to like look them up. And the early store, it's kind of whatever. We'll probably go to it after like one more jump because they might have hacking or something. I don't have anything to sell still, right? No, that's fine. Great with blue options now with the NG Rock Lanius. That's a bunch of blue options. Honestly, I feel like using this ship is like more of a cheat than any of those things. This is just like a ridiculous ship. I'll move them over after this hits. I'm just feeling compassionate towards them at the moment, I guess. Nice. Uh-oh. They're stuck here. Oh no. We're trapped here with them. Yeah, so this is going to fire again, but that's fine. Ooh. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. Oh, and the clone bay, too. Alright, so let's, like, put oxygen in the ship so we can repair it. I guess I could have trained them punching that more. 20 scrap. You know, it's always these runs where I don't mind auto ships that I run into so few of them. And then whenever it's like, oh, no, you have like such a bad ship against auto ships. It's just like so many of them. I feel like that's just been my experience lately, at least. Or just that Mantis B run. I'm still traumatized from it. At least I won't have to play it again for a while. Yeah, so let's go there. So we'll probably buy hacking. That seems like a good buy. Don't need fuel. We got 6 drone parts already too. That's not bad. We've been accumulating them. So that's always the thing with the ship. I'm always like, I'll totally get hacking or cloaking on the ship, but I always end up with hacking because usually it's like I don't really want to buy cloaking sector 2 usually unless I have just like crazy amount of scrap. So unless you just like don't see hacking for a long time, it's like then I would totally buy cloaking, but usually you see it and you have the scrap to spend on it. So it's just like, yeah, I'll buy it, you know, why not? So that makes us like way even safer, you know, in those fights where we took like 2 damage, we could instead take 0 because we hacked their weapons and stuff. So, pretty cool things. Or if there's something obnoxious, like a, you know, med bay or clone bay or something we want to deal with. An ion intruder, It's like I don't plan on using a drone part here. But I'll go break the thing. It's obnoxious. Yeah, see, it's going after my hacking anyways. It knows. Nice. I feel like I didn't even notice them like getting trained at all. Although I feel like I checked it like a minute ago. I just like didn't pay enough attention to it. They really like repairing shields. I guess I should be just letting the one guy hit stuff then. I don't really want you hitting my Lanius just because I wanted to train. It's okay. 19 scrap. See, I haven't even had to, like, clone them. Because sometimes you have to clone them, like, kind of repeatedly. Like, you just have a bunch of fights with, like, Mantis and stuff, or they're, like, countering your mind control or whatever it is. And there's the other store. We'll possibly go there, too. Possibly not. Depends how the sector maps out. Here's another training ship. I guess we'll do that. Do this training ship here. Because we switched the crew around, and like the Rock will probably stay our, I mean, yeah, he'll probably be our pilot the whole time because we don't need a slug because we have mind control. Alright, so let me just do that again real quick. My favorite thing that AI does sometimes, like when you run into the mantis ships and like they're overwhelmed with fire, like sometimes the crew, when they get low health, they'll just like, you know, go into another room that's safe. And if it's just like the teleporter is safe or the only one they can get to or something, sometimes like an NG that's at like 15 health will run into the teleporter and then just teleport over your ship. And it feels like he's just trying to like flee his burning ship. And he just dies like instantly and does nothing. And it feels like you wish you could just let him join your crew. Just be like, come on over, don't burn. But you can. You can only kill him. Yeah. I think that's sped up even more, minimizing it there. Sounds like it. Almost there though. There we go. Okay, so should be done with that for a while, if not entirely. Alright, so let's go and kill them now that that part is done. Alright. Rockin' a Lanius. Even the advanced flak sometimes just whiffs. So I might want to reset this one guy's health at least. So we'll go put him in shields. Just like run him back and forth. And then possibly have to move him because the O2. But the rock will just like beat him down here. Let them fight a little bit. Just so it's less for this guy to deal with. Alright, 2 fuel, 14 scrap, drone part. It's like we don't even need to use hacking for a while. Often that happens, I feel like, with the ship. It's like I'll be like, oh, I can get hacking so early. And then it's like, I don't even really want to use it most of these fights because there's not a reason to. But it's nice to have it. It's like I probably just won't spend scrap until like the beginning in next sector. Do I consider the pre-igniter trick to be cheating? Pre-igniter one I feel like is kind of on the line. Like I kind of, if I feel like it's gonna like change the run, I usually avoid it. But I've done it like a couple times for fun when it's just like I'm dominating anyway. Sven is like really right on the line. I feel like I'm not gonna like call someone out for using it. But it's like feels like kind of unintended, and it can be like impactful if you like get a free pre-igniter with bad weapons or something. Yeah, cheeky swipes are like way over the line. They're like really obviously, you know, not okay. The hacking thing, I'm pretty solid in that. It's like even calling it an exploit is like going too far because it's really just like within how all of the drone mechanics work in the game. And then the devs themselves have said that they think it's like clever and they're okay with it. So like, especially because like we talked to the one in Discord even, and we asked him about it specifically, and even then he was like, oh yeah, they're like okay with it. So it's like, you know, not that I think you know, dev is God or anything, and whatever they say you don't have to listen to it, but I feel like it's pretty clearly not an exploit, and the reason people feel like it is because it's just so powerful. And it's like, you know, it takes, you know, what's already a very powerful system and makes it even better. And that just feels like too strong. but it doesn't really make it an exploit just because it's that way. Look at this pirate ship that's all Lanius. Two shields. I guess it's like I could maybe hack their weapons here. But I think it's going to be okay. I guess I should probably power my engines if I'm... I guess with the 2 shields, there you go. So this is going to hit me. I'm trying to think if there's a way my hacking drone gets there in time. Because these guys... I mean, I might do it just because also I have the drone parts. It doesn't really matter. And, like... with the timing, like... me delaying and how far they had to run. I didn't even know if these guys are going to get like a bar of damage on this before they run over. We can delay that for a second now just to do this. That's fine. Yeah, we don't need it powered right now. Sven is another word for the pre-igniter trick, where you get to fire, like, you know, if you have 6 weapon power, you can fire, you know, 12 weapon power worth of weapons by like powering and depowering them. And then the other pre-igniter trick that I feel like is also kind of in the same place on the line is the thing with charge weapons, where if you depower it after being fully charged and then repower at the beginning, which is like the same as Sven, it'll go right up to its full charge. Yeah, I think it's just named after like the player who came up with it, maybe. I'm not sure. I feel like there was like stuff about how like that's what they did in like sci-fi stuff. They'd like name stuff after the captains and that did it for the first time in like in Star Trek or something. And so people want to like maintain that, you know, which I get. I think it's fun, but it makes it confusing at times, like what things are if you just like don't know that as a fact. So I'm gonna let this other Lanius win here. Hacking Sun. Ah, that's no good. That's actually like, it can be bad at times. Yeah, that's just a subset of Sven. That's kind of how I feel. Like, I definitely treat them as like in the same group. Oh, I'm just killing my NG here. Whoops. Sorry, NG. How many jumps do I have here? So I have to take probably just one, might be 5. It's one of those like close ones. I mean, I can do it that way. Like, I don't super need a store, but now I do because I want to sell the hacking stuff. Like, more to just like get rid of it than to get the scrap from it. But it's like, I'm gonna buy a battery there, or another weapon, or scanners, or a reloader, or something. Who knows? Alright, they have a missile. It's fine. The repair is cheaper than the drone part at this point, honestly. It's like... because that should... Oh, they have doors. Oh, what is that nonsense? Gross. Doors? Oh no. Whatever, I'll still bust through. It's like that alone is like, okay, maybe I'll hack their weapons. I don't like this doors thing. Totally gonna hack their weapons now, it's just on principle. This doors nonsense. Who has a door system? Oh, hacking stun. Oh, god damn it. This is why I gotta sell it. Oh, and so that answers the question, right? Or no, I forget. No, because I remember last time I had hacking stun and boarding by accident. I was talking, and Thomas was asking if they got stunned if they walked into it while it was hacking, which I think they would, because I know if you teleport into it while it's hacking, they get stunned. Because I've done that accidentally. But see, this is where it's bad. It's like I could have been in here punching these weapons down, but because of hacking stun, I couldn't, and now it's going to get to fire. What a bad augment. Terrible augment. The no good, very bad augment. Ah. Oh, here I can test it now. Let's see. So, if I start hacking, or wait, the system's broken. Never mind. And I'm gonna sell the next job. One of these times I'll get it. I'll work it out. Hey, human. Welcome aboard, human. Now, as tempted as I am to be like, oh, keep switching the crew around. I'll keep the NG on engines. That's fine. Put you on weapons. And we'll go to the store. I mean, I'm all about hacking. A pre-igniter. I mean, we've got enough for it. Honestly, like, buy all these things except for the drones. But no, I'll buy the scanners. Get some blue options. Buy the battery, because why not? I don't buy the DNA bank, I don't think. That's just like covering accidents, which shouldn't happen as much playing pause. I'm not going to buy a drone part or anything. But like cloaking is really good, but I'll skip it on the ships that can only get one system, like this in Fed C, and I'll skip it on the ships that start with drone control and get a defense drone if I can, but not always even. And go for hacking and mind control is my preferred play style. But cloaking is like crazy good, and it's totally like a fine option. I would get it on those ships if like that's like what my options were, or if it felt better for some reason, like regarding my loadout. So I think I only get 2 more jumps. Because it doesn't matter, I can like see right up till the end here. And just keep going. Yeah, cloaking and hacking, and it's like ideally I'm on both of them. Like, you know, on the ships like with drone control, it's like I wish I had cloaking instead, but with limited options, like sometimes I'll choose to have mind control. That's the empty distress jump. What you gonna do? Only in Lanius sectors. Well, I guess it's technically abandoned sectors. I always call them Lanius sectors. Yeah, that's no good. I can't go there. It's like on a weird part of the curve, I think. So I'm looking at it. I was measuring it funny. Yeah, like on Mantis B, in some ways it feels like, unless you pick up like a bomb or something and a bunch of crew, like often hacking feels more helpful than cloaking. Or with specialty. Reactor. 15 scrap reactor upgrade. That's totally fine. I need reactor. Yeah, like I think ideally in some ways the choice is kind of based off the run. Like hacking works better when you have a strong offense. And like if I really failed to find guns all run, maybe I'd be like hacking, oh no. I'd rather have cloaking because I'm slow or something. But even if I didn't pick up the pike beam, it's like I probably would have bought hacking at that point. if I'm being honest. Like, just a choice I probably would have made anyways. But like, if I couldn't get either of them until like late game and then they both came up at the same time, like it would totally depend on my ship at that time, like which I preferred. Because sometimes you feel like you really want hacking, or hacking just makes your weapons crazy stronger, and other times it feels like it's kind of irrelevant, or just like a bonus, or you're just using it to like delay their weapons, so you might as well cloak their weapons. Alright, so here, thinking about my options, because like really I need 2 weapon power before this is like super helpful. So I need a little more scrap on hand. But I'll probably buy this. It's so cheap. And like if we do have to run from something for some reason, like it's infinitely better at this moment. Like I really don't know what that would be. I don't want to imagine it. So we're still not like desperate for a store or anything. So, I mean, all we need from stores at this point are like extra augments and weapons, which we like probably don't need to get at a store either. All right, they have doors. I might actually do the med bay game. Should I do the med bay game? Should I just do that? Let's do this. I'm going to save my control for a moment. Hey, look at that, look how they're fighting now. I guess I did this poorly to like take this weapon offline. I should have been shooting at their weapons. This missile. I'll probably eat this missile, which is like kind of unnecessary. That's okay. There's a chance I won't. I don't think I can shoot this with a flag. You can just dodge it though. You know, just to make my Lanius B life a little bit easier still. No. I guess I might as well keep that on. I'm going to get out of there first before he explodes. Run! 25 scrap. Alright. Hey, in a store. Don't really like the early store here. Don't think we got anything to do. I mean, honestly, 60 scrap isn't that far off from having something to do there. I guess I'll go this way. I can go here, here, or if I really feel like going to the store, I can go there. So here we just attack. Even though we have the teleport option. Yeah, 2 drones. Lucky it's just a mini beam. Like some ships, this would be so gross. So, if you only had 1 shield for some reason, like if you had a stealth ship or something, this would still be so gross. But for us, it's not a big deal at all. Nice. It's not doing anything. Yeah, it's like, I probably won't visit that store unless we get an item to sell here. Because it's like, we're mostly at this point, we want to get more scrap to like upgrade our weapons to 3. I have a battery, that's right. I guess that's like the big one we need. Do I need to reset your health? 39, 69, I mean, maybe just the 1. Yeah, I don't always go up to hacking 2 this early, but I mean, I guess I often do. I think it's because I do shield hacks a lot less than most people is why I don't always do hacking up as quickly. Because it's like an invasion hack, often it doesn't matter what level it is. Sometimes it does. As you get some reloaders, get level 3 hacking, get like multiple volleys in. But alright, so we got a store there. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to go to this store. It's such a waste. I got nothing. Trying to think about. Well, I guess I should see how many jumps I have. Should be the first thing. So I can probably take 9 jumps before jumping the exit. So if we go to the nebula, we can just take 2 of those, I guess. I think so. It depends if we go there eventually. What is that? It's like, I don't really want to do that either. That's not really ideal. So this is the thing, it's like, I'd probably go in such a different way if I just didn't have this map, like, making me try to figure it out too much. The cheesiest thing in FTL that's base game, like, beyond the hacking trick. Because it's like, yeah, Sven's on the line. Let me think about that. I'll have to think about that for a minute. Yeah, whatever. I can do these fights probably. I can start here at least. Ah, they have mind control. And like weapons, I can definitely do damage if they get it going. I guess we could like pike beam them here. Oh, we're gonna take damage here, right? Yeah, that's okay. Just make sure they don't start mind controlling my Lanius, having them repair, fight each other. That'll just bring him back in a moment. Got their training back up again. Yes, I'm struggling because I feel like it's most things either I feel like it's like clearly not okay, or it's clearly okay, or it's like Sven and it's on the line. Because then there's stuff like, oh, if you like exit the game and then reload it at a store that sells drone control, it sells a defense drone when you reload it. Like, I feel like that's like clearly like, you know, not really intended. I mean, I'm not like gonna go around police people and tell them they're doing things wrong or cheating or something, because it's kind of, you know, not my kind of thing to do. But you know, it's like how I feel as an individual. I guess I feel like the pursuit indicator is like kind of a little on the line, just because of how it works, where you see it in advance and all like laid out. But it's like, I don't really feel like it's like a big deal, because it's like, you know, that's just a part of FTL that's just kind of frustrating for people in general. And it's like, and I use a ruler now, so it's like whatever. You know, I don't just eyeball it, which some people do, and it's like they could totally like say what I do is cheating too, and you know, have an argument for it. I don't like these weapons at all. Like, I only have 4 drone parts, but between the fact that they're running, and this is like gross weapon setup actually, like the way this times, like I'm debating I might opt to split it. Well, I guess if I hack it, they're gonna get one of the things down, so at that point it doesn't really matter. I mean, also, like, there might be something that I'm just, like, not thinking about that's totally, like, oh, yeah, that's, like, kind of, like, totally okay, but a little more on the edge, and that's just, you know, slipping my mind right now. I mean, it's like there's other stuff I could definitely see an argument being made for, but I don't really want to make it. Like, I could see stuff like using the wiki, which I do, to check events and stuff that you don't remember the exact outcomes. Like, I could see an argument being made for that it's kind of cheesy. Oh, they broke my... Look at that. So 2 misses, and those are both the fake projectiles. It's like such a weird thing, Flack, the things you do. A strange weapon. I guess I probably should just kept him in a... Oh, yeah, it's breached and stuff. Just go back to engines, because this is hitting us either way here. Well, we get the manning bonus by time. These won't hit us at least. Man, how reliably does Flak get through double shields for you? Let's see, does it get through for us here? No. Alright, 24 scrap. I mean, it's like really not a big deal to take some of that damage, but it's like, come on. So wait a second. Why was this breached? I guess this was probably breached from like way before. There was a breach up here that I never fixed, that's right. Oh, come on, Oxygen, come back. Because I was like, wait a second, this guy hit with a flak. Why is there a breach in hacking? Oh, yeah, pausing weapons mid-fire. Yeah, I do that too. I guess bio swipes are a little, like, on the edge in some way. Like, I guess I could see them being seen that way. Like, there's another thing where I feel like that's just kind of like how beam mechanics work. And you can totally, like, you could deduce that just from seeing how the game plays. Like, because you can see those swipes happen sometimes. Like, even just before when that mini beam did a damage to us, like, it's because it was firing and then my shields went down and it was in weapons. And it possibly like bio-swiped my weapons guy, but it's like you see it hit the room and do no damage, but then damage the next room. And so that kind of like gives you the mechanics of how bio-swipes work right there. So it's like kind of how I think about a lot of things, like if it's just like a clever use of like the mechanics of how the game works, and generally at that point you can like figure it out from just like learning those mechanics in the game. It's not an exploit. But if it's something like, oh, saving and restarting, or it just happens that you do double damage when you do it, this pixel perfect thing, or like the Sven, which like isn't really intuitive either, but it's like kind of on the borderline. Like if you understand how the augment technically works, it makes sense, but like you only kind of know that by figuring out the Sven to begin with. I don't, you know, it's very borderline. Also, it usually ends up like not mattering, so it's like dumb to argue about that one usually. The Sven is like usually just a win more thing. I think is also why a lot of people kind of put it on the middle. So it's like, I think we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's too many. We can just do like all the fights and stuff. I mean, I really don't need much from a store. I mean, I need like weapon power and stuff way more. I should just buy that now. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna do this fight next either way. I guess that weapon power was a pointless buy if this is a Ion Storm, because that won't change my power. But that's fine. Alright, so if they're destroying the missile, I can do that for now. So it's like, that's probably an Artemis. So without their shields and like with dropping their evasion, like I feel like we should be able to take it out in time. That's what I actually done here. And then also with like manning bonus versus no manning bonus. Let's see. Yep, and we got him before they put their shields up. So I guess breaking O2 had a downside to it there. Like, one time. $28 script. And a bunch of fuel. Alright. So, I guess now I can make sure, because I feel like the nebula jump also throws me off. Make sure it's like still. Yes, we get 7 jumps. I just can't decide how much I want to see that store or not, is what it is, I guess. So I can just figure it out backwards from there. Yeah, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if I want. I think that's fine. It's like I missed these in favor of like these, but empty jumps aren't necessarily empty. And like I could totally pick up a third weapon, honestly. If I start seeing 3 shields and stuff, like it's not like this is incredible against that. Give him fuel. Please don't be a map. Alright, well I guess I don't need a weapon. Just give me a halberd. Jeez. He's like, we've got heavy lasers. We don't need a halberd. Just be like really compulsive here and make sure it's just say, all right, lines up there because it's like a tight 6 before the exit. Kind of tight. Should be fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of here. Like, I'm still gonna go to the store. I might sell the halberd just to like anger FTL gods or something. Maybe defend the outpost. Or maybe I'll sell the pike. I mean, I doubt I'll sell either. Maybe I'll buy a reloader. I don't really want to use drone part here. Nice, got the weapons down. This is why I was trying to get their drones down, because I was like, this can totally like double tap me and then the heavy gets her. Look at that. I mean, it's really not a big deal. But it's just always on these like crazy good ships. I'm just always thinking about like, man, that would really suck for like a ship that mattered. But it just doesn't work that way. Yeah, I know. It's like I would have been killed for a free halberd sector 3 on my last run. Oh my goodness, that would have just like been the most amazing thing ever. But you know, it didn't like give me any of those things until I got the free small bomb, like the jump after I bought a small bomb. That was cool. I mean, I was still happy about it, honestly. So I don't really want to move them around because I don't want the missile to fire, and if they're not there, like right away breaking it, the missile goes off. I guess I could like teleport one out of there and then put him in engines, but I mean piloting would be the place, but we're close enough at this point, I think. There we go. Now you're down to 1 shield bubble, much easier. Supposedly. And they're back up to 2 because even with 1, it took us that long to hit them again. I guess we can power the pike. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, is that going to get through? Maybe. Oh. $33 scrap. Honestly, I feel like there's plenty of times when I am so upset about a free halberd, because, which sounds ridiculous, but it's because it's just such a like hard to not use weapon. It's so good, and there's been runs where I'm like, okay, this is like a fun setup that's like totally good enough, and is like, you know, maybe a little weird with like lasers and bombs. You get a halberd, and you're just like, oh, I guess I just like run the halberd and win at this point, whatever. but it's also like a weapon that I'm just so glad to find sometimes, for obvious reasons. Let's see. Like scrap and stuff. I mean, we could use another crew member. Who you got? Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Yeah, just a human. That's fine. Love scrap. That one doesn't matter if you use the rock or the NG, it's the same reward. Hey, a heavy laser and a reloader. And look how much scrap I have. I'm totally buying those. It's also like way easier to integrate to my setup. It's so much fun. And it's like, and then reloaders are just like, I'm just obsessed with reloaders, to be honest here. I don't think I sell any. It's like, I think I just hold on to these. I mean, this is more than adequate for flagship. More than adequate for flagship, like without bothering doing a full crew kill and boarding and stuff. Like I still might, but it's not like a guarantee. Oh, and got their oxygen also. Nasty. It just dips right out again. That can't feel good in there. No, that's not good enough. Just you? Did we shoot the NG down? Yeah, I thought so. I think scrap. We just destroy the strip. Destroy the strip and salvage it. Destroy the ship and salvage it. I can't remember if there's like room for any more jumps at this point. Like possibly, but it's not worth risking it on. I don't really think so with how we mapped it. And there's just some extra scrap, so it's all good. Hey, a raid. Hey, Rockford Author. Welcome for coming on to the stream again. This is my 90 win streak now in FTL. And we're up to Lanius B, which is just like the best ship. So we're just having a good time. Got a free pike beam, got a free halberd. Welcome for coming on the show. Oh, hey, Ray. How you doing too? Everyone's showing up at the same time here. We want the drone parts too much. We're going to decline this. Well, so yeah, we're getting real close to the world record here, which is 92. And so we're up to 90, and this will make 91 at the end of this run. So that's pretty exciting. And then I just got an affiliate also, so that was pretty cool. So we got the 50 follower mark. Alright, we can just give them our missiles here. Zoltan Shield Bypass, that's a fun one. Do we have a Zoltan sector here now? Is that what? Look at that! Look at that timing! Here's a bypass for your next sector. We know you're playing the easiest ship, but we thought we'd make it just a little bit easier. Man, oh. Like what a ship. Yeah, we got scanners, we got a reloader, we got a Pioneer. Full up on augments now. We're almost full on crew. We got all the systems except for sensors. Just need upgrades, really. Got a ridiculous weapon setup already. Just trying to think about that. Like, what do I want for weapons? Because I could do another weapon power pretty soon here. Oh yeah, and mind control works through super shields too. That's super shields. I'm doing that with all my S's tonight. That's pretty cool. Such a good ship. I was so happy to get this one next. I had such bad runs before this. Oh, hey, Ray, I got to get your thoughts on my Zoltan Sea run if you've caught up on that. That was just, like, so bad. Alright. So, we'll board them once they're done cloaking. What do I want to shoot them with? Doesn't really matter. The only fear here is if they're level 3 cloaking, they can actually do a bunch of damage to us. But no, it's level 2, so our shield should be back up before this fires, I believe. Let's do that. Or we just dodge other shots anyway. That one didn't get through. There we go. Oh, hey, thanks for the gifted sub. Awesome, man. And thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. You're like the first person who raided me. You've definitely helped me out some getting set up a little bit. So I appreciate that. Have a good night's sleep. I guess we don't need to kill you. Bring you back. Does that make it in time? Nice. 33 scrap. Investigate the station. And there's nothing. Ah, man. I guess we can get one, like, not wonderful reward. It's okay. Whatever, yeah. I don't need to chase stores, obviously. Find sensors. Yeah, I just got affiliate. This is my first stream that I've had since getting it. Because last stream I think I went up to like 53 followers, and that's all I've been missing for a while. What am I doing here? Combat drone, med bay, doors, a missile. So they got a lot of different things going on here. So I just want to figure this out for a second. So we'll probably hack something here. It's like, you know, hack their med bay and board into that, hack their weapons and board into that. I guess we'll do their weapons. The missile's the most, like, annoying thing here. Only thing that really does much anything, I guess. Man, did that hit that still? I don't totally understand, because I always thought that when it's depowered, it shouldn't get ion, but I feel like sometimes when it's off screen, it does. Because it seemed like it was depowered in time. Maybe not. I mean, I'm going to use another one just because I'm annoyed by that. Yeah, so not going to even beat the Artemis at this point. That's how slow I am at doing this here. Jeez. My weapons are like charged up. Whatever. I'm just gonna start running everything. Just make sure it wasn't going for weapons. Just an empty room. That's totally fine. Nice, took the Artemis down. Oh yeah, I was like, wait, what happened here? Because the mind-controlled guy. I should watch this for a second. Nope, I messed up my micro. Yeah, my shits are coming up in time, that's fine. Because I can put you on shields. Can help out with that a little bit. I'm not really running the pike beam again, so that's fine. Also, I can do this. You guys going in the same room here. But yeah, so thinking about the affiliate thing stuff for a second. I also like need some feedback from people if anyone has like ideas or requests for like what emotes I should put up. I just did I threw up a couple, put a couple on just to get it started, and to like have something. Alright, it's a mess. Just like for my artwork. But I could, you know, draw some FTL ones and put them up. It's like that's kind of what I was thinking of doing maybe. Or do some like FTL fusion stuff, I don't know. It's a decent offer. We need some drone parts. But I'm greedy. I want to get something better if we can. So, is that it for crew? And just this guy? Hey, a hull beam! I guess we can do a one-shot build if we want now, right? Hull, halberd, pike. Is that a one-shot? Probably. Can't imagine it's not. Alright, so where do we go from here? Just gonna go there, obviously. Like, what do I do with all these weapons? I guess I liked you better than a pike beam, honestly. You're 2 seconds faster. It's like, should I just start powering up my weapons more and, like, not care about boarding? Finish the run really fast if I get a pre-igniter now, I guess. Right, so here, we don't do that. We don't mess with that. Don't mess with that ship. Wow, three shields. I guess your weapons really aren't that bad though, so I don't need to bother with that. Not sure how many crew. Oh, you have 4 crew, so this doesn't work against 4 crew, right? Oh no, it still works against 4 crew. I mean, they're gonna kill him really fast. Probably should power up my engines here. Whatever. The one Lanius can get hit, that's okay. He may have gone onto the other tile in time. So it's like here is definitely a time when we're gonna like let them kill our Lanius and reset their health. Because they're so low on health already. Right? Or is that all they have left for crew? Maybe I need to shoot my own Lanius. Honestly, that's like totally a viable option here. Thinking about that. Boom. I don't know if he had someone in piloting yet or not, or if that would be enough to kill him. But I know how to find out. All right, yeah, we shot one of the weapons. 6 fuel, 37 scrap. All right, let's see. Just get an idea of how many jumps we have here real quick. It's great late sector exit. So we got 9 jumps before the thing. So if we want, we could take both of these. Think about it. Zoltans. We can handle some Zoltans. We just need 1 damage to their weapons and then we're safe. Whatever, I don't even need to power this stuff. Just fire you for the training, I guess. It's like with a reloader, and it's like not even training, it's like the advanced flak almost hit again before their shields recharge. With just 1 reloader and not full training. So crazy. Hey, Jose. You know, you're already partly pilot trained. But it's like, if we get mind controlled, we're just gonna do mind control anyways. So, you're my new shields person, at least for now. It's like we have, I mean, we do have good distress options. And yeah, that's right, we can take these also. On another power then, at least. And do I do that also? I mean, I don't need it for this jump, I guess. Hey, Whiskey to Cat. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Raid of 8. Awesome. We've got the best ship in the game going here, Lanius B. So, looking to be a super easy run on top of that. Oh, thanks, Ray. Hope you have a good day. I think this is going to be a pretty secure run. We don't need fuel like at all. I guess we'll do the ammunition, just so we have missiles to trade, because we traded them away. So we definitely want to crew kill this ship, because we get better rewards for it. They got a lot of stuff going, I feel like, for being in this storm here. I guess their shields are kind of low. Their weapons are so slow. So I'm just going to let them board eventually. Oh, and then they're taking the Zoltan out, so they only have the 1 weapon. Alright, they're getting all mixed up here. But yeah, so everyone who's joining here from Whiskey, so I'm assuming you're playing some FTL, so you kind of know what's going on. Although I do not do the no pause like Whiskey does. That is not my FTL skill set. But we're getting real close to getting to the world record for win streak, so that's pretty exciting. The world record is currently 92, which was also done no pause, which is just like ridiculous. But we're trying to bring it back to a pause record at least. Yeah, no, I'm not playing the tournament. Honestly, it's like I'd consider it, even though it's like not my thing as much, but I don't have the time to do it either, so it's that kind of like figures that out. Oh, goodbye Zoltan. Alright, if their stuff is entirely broken. He's fighting fires. I'll teleport over there, but actually, whatever, I can do it now, it's fine. Yeah, I shouldn't have mind controlled him, that's right, I should have just killed him. Whatever. Oh yeah, Whiskey, you weren't told about the tournament? I know, it's like weird, I feel like it's very like individually brought up. Because like I didn't hear about it for a while either, and then I heard about it like secondhand, and then all of a sudden someone showed up in my stream, Cass Alien, I think, and told me about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's they still have like 2 spots left or something too. Someone said today somewhere in the FTL Discord, I think. There's a different Discord for the tournament. I think I got a message with the stuff for the Discord that I could probably find and send to you at some point. I wish I had more drone parts. Because it's like, I want to just hack every ship. I mean, I'm going to still do it here. They have doors. I don't really want to deal with that. Yeah, I'm going to split how they fire here. Oh, there you go. You got the link to it. Yeah, because that's right. Crow's going to be in it. Oops, I meant to have you come out too. Well, I guess you're taking a little bit of damage then, Lanny. I'm sorry. How do I want to do this? I don't want to do too much damage. Well, I guess I want to hit doors, actually. I'll just do a swipe across. That's fine. But yeah, I think they just did a test stream like a day or 2 ago. With 2 people doing it. Oh, I don't have my evasion up, so I'm probably going to take a damage here, right? That's just 100% sloppy mistake there. I gotta let these rocks kill my my Lanius here too, because they're getting pretty low. Let's see, can I just like swipe across all of them here? 2 of them. It's pretty good. Oh, sorry, NG. Whoops. Yeah, I had you repairing like the O2 room or something, right? Yeah, you got a little bit too much life, I guess. Or you're probably gonna like suffocate, right? We'll come help. All right. So we got a bunch of scrap. Feels like we might as well spend some of it. Probably buy weapon power soon. Repair arm. Ah, that's too bad. Like, that we can't just sell it, because I'm not going to get rid of any of these, because these are all more useful. I guess the best thing to find there would have been another bypass, because it would have given us scrap for it, or another scanners, or a pre-igniter, just because. Probably drop the bypass then. Probably drop the bypass for a reloader too, honestly. Alright, I gotta make sure I can get enough jumps. It's kind of a weird sector end here. Got 6 more before the exit. Yeah, I'll go here first. Figure out where the stores are. Newsar's a baby in risk averse. Uh-oh. Whatever, yeah, sure. Risk averse. So how come when you store for past store you healed to past 20 hull? Economical to leave at 20? Yeah, so the thing is, it's easy to think about this game like in terms of like being economical, but that's not always correct, because it's more about like what you need at that moment, and then also like what's gonna make you lose, especially when you're win streaking. And also like hull is something you sometimes like want to trade away, like you run into an event like, you know, where you might lose hull, whether it's like a better option to take, or if you can't avoid it, you don't want to be like, oh, I took 5 hull damage at this event and now I'm at 15. And also it's like, it's really not much of a waste when you get the things that are like, oh, I repaired up and now I wasted a little bit of repair. It's like not really a waste, you know. It's like you got a full repair still. It's a couple scrap that you maybe could have like been a psychic and not used, but so we got the bypass going on here. Well, like it's something I used to do too, was like, oh, you don't want to like full repair, because if you get a repair then you're like wasting part of it, because it makes sense in some ways. But also it's like if you die you lose, and so it's better to like waste a little scrap and not risk like taking a bunch of damage or something. Which is like where that kind of comes into, like it's when you start playing at a higher level too, like low scrap becomes less of an issue and just something that you learn to deal with some runs. And so like it's okay actually to be a little low scrap in some choices, or like know when to run from fights or take surrenders and stuff. And that's very much one of those things that like feels really bad when it's you're just learning like how to get through hard, because scrap is so low. So you're like, I need to maximize every last bit, because that's totally true in a lot of ways. But then it's, you can get by with low scrap in a lot of ways too. Yeah, and then also like, yeah, having more hull, sometimes it's like, well, I can go for this crew kill that risks a little bit of damage on my ship by taking longer, but feels totally worth it because it's like I have all this extra hull to work with, so if I lose a couple, I'm still at like 22. Versus you want to be like, okay, I don't want to lose any hull because I have to repair again right away. Gives you like a buffer until that next time. Alright, so we're full up on crew. Need to find sensors or something. I don't think we've seen... Have we seen any stores this sector? Was there one in the beginning, maybe? I can't remember. There might be 2 stores at the end here, then, if we haven't seen any. Intruders on board, so we'll start venting them out. More are going to teleport over. They have a clone bay. I don't need to have more teleport over. Although I wonder if I let them stay there, if the NG would have come and teleported over too. If they would have sent the Mantis to fight me and kept the NG. So that's a possibility. You have like no training that is that useful. I guess the repair training is like slightly useful. But whatever, I'm just gonna set, I guess with a missile. Until that missile's down, I don't want to like sacrifice crew light. Alright, took the missile offline, the clone bay offline, 2 of their mantis offline. Guess is a way to think about that. Alright, so now you guys can kill the slug, that's fine. Yeah, maximizing scrap is something you do well. I feel like winning with low scrap is something that I've practiced at quite a bit. Because also it's like I tend to just do low scrap in general if you're unaware. I avoid most dives unless they're like entirely safe and feel like somewhat necessary or at least like strongly beneficial. I'm much more likely to just play it what feels safer to me. But to some people, I know like Burrito advocates that like anytime diving is safe, it's a big mistake not to. Like, you just, like, have to do it. Which, like, there's a strong argument for that. Hey, more scanners. You could buy more scanners, right? So I guess, it's like part of me wants to just keep them all. And just be like, whatever, I guess I'll do a one-shot at flagship since I don't have cloaking, just make it fast. But, like, I'm not going to get rid of the heavy laser right now. So I'm just going to keep them. I don't need the scrap for anything anyways. I buy 2 drone parts. And I'm not positive if this is a store or not because I didn't pay enough attention at the beginning of the sector. So I'm going to repair now. We're definitely going to kill you. Yeah, I mean, it's like you've seen me dive multiple times in a run. It's totally possible. It happens. Just not often. How long do I have here, actually? Pretty sure I have time to do this, though. Just in case this halberd does something. Oh, yeah, probably plenty of time. So I just feel like shooting this mantis a little more, so I don't have to, like, reset my Lanius' health or anything. I knew that was going to time wrong. We can shoot him one more time. No. Also, there's totally a chance we can't, but I did it anyway. Because of the fires going. Oh, fire's in there. He's dead before he even gets into shields. Preserve crew health. I just want to run them through fires I've created unnecessarily. I'm preserving their health, trust me. Yeah, not really, I guess. Whatever. Look at all that scrap. So much scrap. It's like, what sector are we in? Hey, it is a store. So we're approaching world record win streak. RTA hard win? What's RTA? Stealth weapons. Very useless. Useless weapons. Useless everything. There's nothing here that you could... You don't have a pre-igniter. What else could I need? Real-time attack. Oh, yes, that's a game, I take it, right? I think I've heard of it. I don't really know anything about it. I mean, my feeling for now, since it's like I've still gotten new to streaming, hey, look, a free weapon, we need that, is I'm just gonna keep going with the streak and see how big it can get. But I'm not too worried about what I'm gonna do after I get the world record until I'm like at that point. Oh, it's a speedrun thing? Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen then. Alright, got a bunch of scrap, so I might as well get shields and power. Probably buy a weapons thing next. Okay, you're boarding, and your weapons suck. But I got a bunch of missile parts now, so I'm totally gonna hack your med bay once you board. Oh, you went into the kill room. That was foolish of you. How foolish. Or my sacrificial slug, right? Is that what it is? Oh, high enough level teleporter, huh? Firebomb! Ah! Run! I mean, if it landed in there, it'd be kind of annoying. Oh no, it landed in the already vented super vent room. Really? Gonna make it all the way there? Like no oxygen anywhere. 33 scrap. And no double rewards. You know, it's too bad Reloader doesn't have like a... Like, I don't know how to draw a Reloader. So I was thinking about, it's like I need to have like a Reloader emote. Feels like the most iconic to me. At this point, at least. Be lazy about power. Exploding asteroid field. Nothing of interest. So it's like that's an event where like if I had 20 hull, like I'd probably still do it on this ship right now. But like it'd be way more hesitant sometimes. But with this much hull, it's like, well, if I take 5 damage, it's not a big deal. Sure, I'll take that. So same kind of thing, boarding. Got weapons that do stuff though, so I'll do your weapons hack this time. Boarding to my doors. Well, in that case, I'll use my Lanius. Actually, in that case, never mind, that's a lie. In that case, I'm just having you punch each other. Whoops. Bunch more scrap. Getting just like high scrap rewards, I feel like, from a lot of these fights here. Who am I killing? Yeah, I've thought about that. There's a chance I'll like break it up with that. Like, more my thought was like, oh, after the streak, if I lose it or something. Not that I really want to play around that either. But there's definitely a chance, like, after I get the record and, you know, get it, probably like hit like 100 or something, if I can go that far, because that feels like pretty close after the record. I could see myself like mixing it up a little bit. Because it's like, I'm definitely like interested in messing around with Multiverse a little bit. Yeah, definitely not Captain's Edition. Hey, another Pike Beam. I played a little bit of Captain's Edition like 5 years ago or something when it was much newer. And it was, I did not do it for me. Free drone. So I guess we want a store to like sell some of this crap. Not replacing a crew member. There's a store. So we buy probably like another hull beam, right? Look at all this stuff. It's like definitely doing at least that. Sell the pike and buy the hull beam, do double hull beam with a halberd and an advanced flak for even more damage. It's like I'm gonna buy sensors. It's like, why not? Go to 10 drone parts. So I think we're just gonna hold on to all this stuff still. So I can do that now if I want. How many jumps do we have left here? Yeah, I mean, then the other things I've thought about doing are like doing a little bit of like Slay the Spire or something. Though I've already been playing that like a little bit less myself. But I still gotta like, you know, I still want to finish off getting all the ascensions on the characters. Not even halfway there yet, I don't think. Actually, I'm probably, it depends how you measure. I'm probably around half. A little more, maybe. All right, what do you got? Mostly just a missile. So, whatever. Let's not take damage, because why bother? And honestly, here I'm kind of like, well, I don't really feel like resetting their health, and my weapons are gonna like annihilate this ship, so I might just wait until I teleport you back. Guess I should put the heavy into shields. It's fine. Should probably stop suffocating my crew. How many more jumps was it? 2 more? I mean, I really don't need that store, but there's a chance we'll go there. Just because I like looking at stores. Foolish meat sacks. Ah, you jumped in my already vented doors around. Actually, can I get you to stay in there? Yes. I got a clone bay and just like a mess of drones, like always. Kind of annoying weapons. Alright, let's think about this for a second. Let's not just like pay no attention to the fight. Well, I guess that's not so bad. Do a little pilot mind control or something. Never just do this. Ah, I can't make it all the way over there. That's fine. Make it a drone control, actually. It's kind of nice. But I'll just do this. Hey, got their clone bay. Look at that. Even with the defense drone, didn't do anything. You guys are so low. But whatever. Mantis can kill you. We'll just reset. We're pretty safe from their weapons at this point. They're not going to get them repaired anytime soon. If like ever. Should probably get level 2 clone base soon. Yeah, so they're just gonna get themselves killed here. Like, alright, you take your turn. Gotcha. $50 scrap. Pretty good. What you got? No pre-igniter. No other reloader. That was worthwhile jump. Not just a way to make the run go slightly faster. Reactor, 3 fuel, 2 drone parts, 2 missiles. Whatever. I don't really want to do that. I'm going to the NG Homeworlds. Going wild here. What is this? Engines hack? That's fine, we don't need that. I just upgrade my engines, I don't need them. Just the 2 crew. Yeah, you still just go punch them, honestly. This is where it's like, I wish I had Mantis, just makes it go faster. Ah, triple miss, really? Yeah, we still beat the big missile. I was hoping at that point, it's like, well, if it goes off, we might be able to just jump away before it hits us. So. Listen to their problem. It's like, now that I talked about like how it'd be nice to have a Mantis, it's like, I'd rather get the engines upgrade here. Not to even always even get that engines upgrade, but like, got a full crew. I don't really need another one. All right. NG ship under attack from the rebels. I feel like this can have really good rewards, this fight. Halberd burst laser 2. Yuck. No way to heal though, so you guys are pretty screwed, let's be honest. Here, like, let's have a party. Let's have everyone go fight them. Oh wait, no, go back in there quick before... Crap. Yeah, okay, good, the human gets in there. I forget that they do that. Well, I guess I knew it with empty room, but sometimes they'll also run into piloting instead of the room they're already in that has a system, when it's like med bay on some ships and stuff. And it's always like, it's really easy to make a mistake with a micro and just like let them in there, and you're like, oh no. Where I should really be letting them like reset my crew health, but I'm gonna just rely on my massive level 2 clone bay here, heal them up. I give them nothing. No, so it's not the one where they give you that crazy reward. There's a store. Doesn't like do anything weird in the sector, right? Always got to make sure you get your sectors mapped out good. All right. Five crew. Missile. I'd probably just shoot them. Like, I might board them at the end, but... Hey, look at that. Full shields down. That's crazy. Yeah, like, I'm not going to go for max damage here. I'm going to cripple them a little bit first. I love that they're running, but I think it's okay. Wow, really? That quickly? I think they're getting away. Although, I might be able to mind control their pilot in time. Yep, nice. And then that delays it long enough for me to do that. No surrender. I almost got messed up, but it worked out fine. Totally planned, calculated. What was I thinking about? Oh, whatever, yeah, that's stored by pregnated or something, right? Okay, sure. Did you get anything to sell? No, nothing to sell. I think there'll probably be another store here. Feeling an empty jump. Let's do it. Classic NG empty jump. I just knew it. I was like, there's something there to sell. Justify going to the store. I might finish this run tonight. It's just like such an easy run. And I got another green sector, so it's like I might just kind of zip through it here and blast the flagship, you know. But there's a chance I'll call it, like, you know, I guess it might depend what next sector is. If it's like a Zoltan sector, maybe I'll call it then. Got 5 more jumps here. think, before the exit. It's also, I'm gonna like not bother boarding as much at this point. It's just kind of not necessary in any way, especially with like the weapons that I just got right now. I just got online right now, I suppose is what I mean. Well, actually, whatever. You can have oxygen. Just fight each other. I evasion, so I don't need my control to pilot. I don't actually know what I need to like one-shot them if I can. I can do. I mean, I could probably one-shot them with this, right? Because I can do 10. Heavy. Oh yeah, I can totally just one-shot them. Those, I forget how long. Hull beam's even longer. Civilian ship, getting more scrap. How many did I say? It was like kind of close, right? Yeah, it should be good for 4 though. Cloaking, that's annoying. Can't kill you instantly. Like glaive beam. Let's do a shield tech this time. Mix it up, keep it fresh. Didn't actually look at the timing, I guess that was kind of early. I was like, I have a reloader, I could do it anytime, right? Yeah. One short. Pretty easy when you break their engines. 20 scrap and repair. Look at me speed running right here. I'm gonna ignore it. I don't want to do that quest. And let me just double check that I have 2 more here. Yeah, it's like a tiny bit close, but should be fine. Alright, just the 3 crew, really? That's such a weak ship. I guess I should board you then. If you only have 3 crew, it's like, come on. What are you guys even doing over here? Ah, stun bomb. Yeah, get rid of human, I guess. See you, Charlie. Or do I want to get rid of Ken? No, because he's my new engines person, I think. Alright, so you just had fight training. Cool. Alright, so I should mix stuff up then, I guess. Whose training can take over? Well, you can take over the shield's training because it's not as important. Oh, look at that. And get to fire because I only have level 2 hacking, not level 3, right? Ah, they got their Lido off. They flickered it, but they kept it on. I'm not going to accept your surrender. Ah, they didn't one-shot you because I didn't do the hull into the empty room. I guess I'll power my engines all the way. There we go. Not even a worry. They're not even close here. Late sector exit for sure. It's a pretty good sector. And a drone. Zoltan home worlds are slug controlled nebula. I mean, I have a bypass. Honestly, like, makes me kind of want to do that. I have such good weapons against Zoltan shields. I'll go to the homeworlds. But let's see here. Yeah, that's also going to be a thing though, because I mean, either of those sectors I'd want to do it here because these can be a little bit longer and more technical. I don't want to like rush through a Zoltan sector. And I don't know, you know, sector 8s can sometimes be super fast and sometimes can be long. So I think I'm going to call it here for the night. But this is good because having just the last 2 sectors on such a strong ship means that I can finish off on either just like a quick stream like tomorrow when I usually wouldn't stream, or if I don't do it until like Thursday, I can start the next ship too right after it for sure. Because it's like this will be so quick to finish. Just one shot everything. And buy another upgrade for the weapon power and put the pike on. And just kind of zip through it for the most part, I think. But I don't want to like assume that and like rush and make a mistake or something. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming out to the streams and supporting them. We're going to do a raid on Crow in just a second here. Send me some feedback if you want about like what kind of emotes you'd like to see, if you want me to do some like custom art for it and stuff. Because I have the affiliate now, which is exciting. Check out my website, my stats are on my profile, yada yada, streamer stuff. Let's get the raid going.